If you bought Zcash near the top, this probably hurts. That's what a 68% drawdown does. It hurts. And honestly, it might get worse before it gets better. The team resigned, Dubai banned it, and the regulatory ring is tightening around privacy coins globally. So why am I even making this video? Because panic creates opportunity. In this video, we're going to look at exactly what needs to happen for Zcash to reclaim those November highs in 2026. We're going to run the market cap mathematics to see where the price can realistically go. And I'm going to share my personal trading plan, including the exact conditions where I take profit and ride off into the sunset or cut my losses if this setup fails. This is not a financial advice, always do your own research. You have been trapped in an emotional washing machine. For years, Zcash did nothing. It was the sleeping giant that refused to wake up. Then, suddenly, in late 2025, it woke up with a vengeance. A 15x rally that silenced every critic. But here we are in February 2026, and the hangover is brutal. We've retraced 68% from the November high of roughly $750, currently sitting at near $235. Many of you are looking at the privacy tech and asking, why is the price dumping if the tech is so good? Well, here is the answer. The market does not care about your feelings, and it definitely doesn't care about good tech in a vacuum. Here is the key insight you need to tattoo on your brain, and I'll keep repeating it in every video till it sticks. Markets don't pay you for being early on good technology. Markets pay you when liquidity, narrative, and positioning align at the exact same moment. Right now, the narrative has actually fractured. Well, we need to find out if the liquidity is coming back to fix it. Let's strip this down to the basics. Zcash is still the gold standard for privacy-focused cryptocurrency. It uses ZK snarks, and in English, it allows you to prove you have the money without revealing who you are or who you're sending to. The core value proposition is that Zcash offers optional privacy. You have transparent transactions like Bitcoin and shielded transactions. This is its unique edge. Unlike Monero, which is private by default and hated by regulators, of course, Zcash tries to play nice by making privacy an option. Here are some recent developments. Following the halving in late 2024, the inflation rate dropped significantly, reducing the daily sell pressure from miners. We've also seen a massive spike in the shielded pool usage. In late 2025, shielded transactions accounted for nearly 30% of network activity. That tells us people are actually using the privacy features, not just speculating. But here are the critical weaknesses too. First is the development team resignation. Electric Coin Company, the ECC, one of the main development firms behind the privacy-focused crypto network Zcash, says its entire team has left following a dispute with Bootstrap, a non-profit created to support the network. We cannot ignore the regulatory hammer either. Governments hate what they cannot track. This is the regulatory pressure. The EU's anti-money laundering regulation is tightening the regulations around privacy coins. Dubai drew a hard line on the privacy of cryptocurrencies. On January 12th, the Dubai Financial Services Authority banned privacy tokens and rewrote its crypto approval process. In terms of network activity, while shielded usage is up, overall transaction volume is still dwarfed by transparent chains like Solana or Ethereum. See, Zcash is fighting a war on two fronts: technological superiority versus regulatory extinction. Here is the hard pill to swallow though. Many of you are thinking, the best privacy tech has to win in the long run, surely. Well, this is flawed thinking. Sony's mini disc had far superior sound quality to the early MP3. It was durable, recordable, and futuristic. But it lost the contest. And why is that? Because the MP3 was easier to share and had the network effect of the internet. Price is a contest of liquidity, not technology. For Zcash to go to $2,000, we don't need better code. We need demand large enough to absorb the supply being dumped by panicked retail investors and miners. And if you're betting solely on the code is law, you're going to get wrecked, I'm telling you. You need to be betting on liquidity is law. Let's head to the chart for more clarity now. We seem to be in a corrective downtrend on the daily time frame, but the weekly structure is still arguably bullish if we hold a specific level. The current price is around $235 and it's sitting at a key support level which has been a resistance previously. If we lose it, The next major support is the 0.618 Fibonacci level, which is at around $70 to $80. This is a 70% drop from these prices right now. And let's be honest, that would be brutal if the price goes to that level. But even if the drop here comes, the price is technically still in a bull trend on the weekly time frame. Ultimately, if we want to see a Zcash pump, we need to hold this level and create some kind of a double bottom in this support area. And if we break 320 with volume, the path to $500 opens up quite quickly. But what conditions could make us bullish on Zcash? This is a good time we talk about the three-part framework for crypto bull markets and how Zcash fits in. First, the business cycle. The global PMI is currently at 52.6 for February. This is above the key level of 50, which signals expansion. Historically, crypto pumps hard when PMI is rising and above 50. This is a green flag for the entire asset class, indeed, Zcash included. Second, the quantitative easing. This is about money printing. When the Fed is expanding its balance sheet, that's QE, liquidity flows into risk assets, including crypto. When it's doing quantitative tightening, QT, liquidity drains. And the key fact, the Fed ended QT in December 2025. They haven't started QE yet, but they've stopped draining. And if they pivot to actual QE in 2026, that's rocket fuel. Third, the Zcash specific headwinds. We have to address the bad news that caused the 67% drop. One that comes to mind here is the Dubai ban. See, the Dubai Financial Services Authority prohibited privacy tokens in the emirate. Another one is the mass resignation at the electric coin company in January 2026, which rattled confidence. When the team building the coin seems to be falling apart, the market panics, understandably. However, markets often bottom on maximum bad news. If Zcash holds the $235 despite the team resigning and exchanges delisting it, that is a sign of immense strength and the sellers become exhausted. But let's see where we can expect Zcash in 2026. We already got PMI above 50, which is one piece of the puzzle. Now the next catalyst we need is quantitative easing or money printing. Donald Trump has officially nominated Kevin Warsh to replace Jerome Powell this May, signaling a massive shift in monetary policy, a potential one. The market is betting that Warsh will align with the administration's demand for aggressive rate cuts, effectively flooding the system with the cheap liquidity that high-risk assets like Zcash so desperately need. So, if these catalysts actually align, I expect in that case that lots of money flowing into crypto again. And for the maths, we'll use the total crypto market cap and Zcash market's dominance. In the next bull run, the total market cap can easily reach $9 trillion. So we'll take that figure for our calculations. The Zcash dominance, on the other hand, has been at 0.4% at the highest, and we'll use that too. In hypothesis A, at $9 trillion total market cap for crypto, Zcash survives but doesn't thrive. It becomes a niche asset. Let's assume it captures just 0.25% of the total crypto market, which is half of its historical peak relevance. The market cap of Zcash here would grow to $22.5 billion, and that would bring the price to $1,360, quite higher than the 2025 peak. Before we head to the next, even more bullish hypothesis, I guess you might be getting ready to pull the trigger on Zcash. If that's the case, you'll want to use a legit exchange. Well, CoinEx is my pick for a proper crypto exchange, and right now, new users get a $25 bonus. The platform's been battle tested for nearly 10 years, and you can long or short Zcash along with another 1,000 and more tokens there, whether that's on spot or leverage. See, tap the link in the description, register, trade, and claim your $25 bonus from CoinEx now. My second scenario, hypothesis B, assumes that regulators realize they cannot ban math. Zcash becomes the Swiss bank account of the digital age then. It reclaims its historical dominance of around 0.5%, then the market cap of the token reaches $45 billion, and that means a price of $2,750 a piece. And now the case where we don't get a liquidity injection from the Fed this year and the privacy ban narrative actually wins. Then I could see Zcash losing the $235 support level and drop to its next support as low as $70, which is another 70% move to the downside. Now, let's see how I would play this trade. We already got the PMI above 50, which is one part of the puzzle. Next thing I will wait for is the Fed to start printing money, and then I'll be looking at Zcash. I'll be looking to buy actually at some support level or wait for Zcash to show strength with a market structure shift with quite a big volume. Then I would start selling half of my position at $750, which is around the 2025 high. The next quarter, I'll be offloading at around $1,360, and I'll gladly let go of the last 25% at my most bullish price target of $2,750. Okay guys, 2026 is going to be a challenging year for Zcash. 2025 showed us the privacy token can absolutely move. But the question is, can it sustain and build on that, or was it a one-time event? If macro conditions line up and privacy becomes a lasting narrative, there could be a more upside on the horizon. And if this was just a speculative blow-off and regulations actually tighten, we could give back more gains. What's important is what you do next. Drop a comment. Are you taking profits, holding for more, or waiting to buy back lower? What's your 2026 target for Zcash? If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more honest crypto analysis like this one. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.